Today I'm showing you how to build the Catti-Brie Archer class for T6 difficulty gameplay. Also, it does work in general for lower gameplays, but this build is ideal for T6 and max level difficulty gameplay. So just to start off, a lot of archers are using the 5-piece, or they're trying to build into the 5-piece critical chance set and the 3-piece Underdark camo set with a 10% chance that critical attacks apply the poison condition. The problem is it just has a 0% chance right now of applying poison condition. As you can see in a recent video I posted about the Underdark camo gear set. So we don't actually want any bonus from this set. It's not what you want to farm right now. Don't know when they're going to fix that. The gear set bonuses that we're looking for are critical chance and physical damage, or critical chance and cooldown. Ideally, what you would want is a 5-piece set in the critical chance, and then you would want 3 pieces in physical damage if you went with the strength build, and 3 pieces in cooldown reduction if you went with an AoE build. So now that you know your set bonuses, going to get into a little bit real quickly on how to spend the attribute points for the two builds. So the build that I think is best is going max in strength and then going max in intelligence, and then having the 18 over here on charisma, and just having the strength somewhere in your top left gear item, your quiver. So your strength isn't really low, but it doesn't have to be really high. This way you can spam volleys on mobs and just annihilate them. Your arrows hit more targets. Without the charisma up, you won't be killing mobs as well. And I think the archer, especially with the AoE up, she can really inflict a lot of damage on mobs. So for the perk bonuses that we want on our gear, ideally we would like to see strength, dex, intelligence, and charisma. Strength and charisma being prioritized a little bit more if you went with the strength build, because you would have more strength, more bonus on the physical damage, and the charisma because you didn't actually put into charisma, so you would still get that strength bonuses and you would get a little bit on your AoE. Now, if you do get one of the ones like that maximum stamina bonus you see right here, what we would want to see, her best perk bonuses are armor penetration, critical chance, critical damage, elemental penetration. You would like to have at least 1 stamina cost reduction, preferably a double stamina cost reduction, 1 double stamina cost reduction, or 2 single stamina cost reductions in your gear. That will make you able to spam the volleys a lot and be able to do more aggressive forward RT, 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 back RTs, RB, back, RT, RT, RT moves, which do the most amount of damage with her besides spamming the volley. Other than that, you want to have like 1 to 2 elemental resistances in your gear. Lightning resistance, cold resistance, those are the worst ones to get. Definitely want as little as that as possible. 1 to 2 elemental resistances is perfect. Definitely want critical damage, at least like 2 doubles, or at least 4 total critical damages. At least 3 to 4 critical chances would be the optimal build. For our elemental on our weapon, ideally we would like to see flame or acid, since they both have ticks on them. Third, we would like to see lightning or necro. And lastly, we would like to see cold. For the bracers, you just want stamina cost and the maximum hit points. Same thing over here, just to show you real quickly here. The legs, you'll have a little bit of more variety on it. And for our rings, like I said, you kind of want to just get that 2 stamina cost reduction, at least a couple crit damages, and at least like 2 to 3. 2 crit chances is good, and if you can get a third one somewhere in there, then that'd be really beast, especially with running the set bonus. That would put you at a really high critical chance, allowing you to do crits on all your non-powerful moves. Your most powerful moves that you'll be spamming anyway, the forward RT, backwards RT, back, hold RT, those all 100% inflict critical hits anyway. The volley has a 100% chance of inflicting critical. So the only time that the critical chance actually benefits you is when you're doing more of like the kicks and stuff and just shooting occasionally in between combos. So you don't need the critical chance up really high. If you have to pick one over the other to have, what you actually want is very high critical damage and at least like 50 plus on the critical chance. And that is how, just actually really quickly, I know some people sleep on the move, like, oh, I don't need it. But there is absolutely no reason that you should not be running Resurrection in T6 gameplay with others. You're playing multiplayer. No, you should not be running the heal. You should not be running the snare. You should be running Heatseeker Volley and Resurrection. These are both the team moves. They help you out with the volley. They help your team out with your volley. And when you have 2 people down and you can just instantly get them up, yeah, you should be running the Resurrection. And that is the set bonuses to look out for, all the best perk bonuses to look out for, and then in general, how to build the Catti-Brie Archer class for a T6 max level difficulty. If they ever do fix the AP's bonus set on this, I'll be testing out a new best build, and if it turns out to be viable, I'll share it with you. At the moment though, this is the best way to build the Catti-Brie Archer class for T6 difficulty gameplay. I hope that helps.